Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. And I want to apologize for starting this video in my garage. It is dark outside, but I really want to finish this Jetta. It has been a project larger than I would like, but in the end I am very much hoping that the next owner will appreciate all of the time, all of the money, all of the recent maintenance that will go into this vehicle to make it retail ready. So let's do a quick recap and roll part 3 of this Jetta rebuild video. Looks like we have some rust on here. I did pour some stuff or spray some WD-40 part cleaner or brake cleaner. Hopefully clean it up a little bit, but it seems like it's on there really tight, which sucks because one of them is more or less damaged. I'm gonna take another look. So I might not be able to complete this job. I might have to take it to my mechanic and have I don't know, maybe cut off the old wheel hub itself, the whole darn assembly. I don't know. I rarely encounter this, but once in a while I do, and this is one of those situations where I don't know. Put the wheel back together. Now I just have to wait. Well, basically reach out to my mechanic, see when he could take a look at it. That's not gonna be fun. And one of the wheel bearings, I'm not sure which one, it is so loud that it's very difficult to pinpoint. It's bad. That's why I wanna replace both of them, just so that the next owner doesn't have a headache down the road with wheel bearings and wheel hubs. And then, I guess off video, I'm gonna work on the hood, see what, I guess, cord I need. Reach out to my mechanic, and then we'll make progress, I guess, after I return. But for the record, you guys saw I tried. I really tried, and I got creative, and in the end it still didn't work.
1 week later,
I am at my mechanic's place. Beautiful. Is it running? It is running. Why do we have EPC now? Huh. So I'm gonna go talk to him. But basically, why I have it on my mechanic, as you guys saw last clip, I tried to take this off. I stripped the bolt. I couldn't do it, and I figured, I'm gonna have him take care of it. So actually, I had him basically bleed the cooling system because it wasn't blowing super hot. So he kind of went through it, cleaned it out. I had him do the hood, which we're actually going to take a look. It looks like I need a new bulb at the bottom right there. Because, well, I'll kind of explain to you guys. I wouldn't be able to fix it. I couldn't find the cable itself to get it done. So I had him kind of go through and figure it out.
a few minutes later,
I am heading out. So, yeah, the main thing that I wanted him to do was the hood latch thing issue, which he connected it, so now we can open the hood from the interior, but we did it our way, if that makes sense. I'll show it to you guys, and it's gonna get covered up so it won't be very noticeable. So what happened was the cable really did snap, previous owner, and they made their own system. The system is a lot better, what my mechanic did. Now I just need a little bit of gas, and then he replaced both of the front wheel hubs and bearings. He said the driver's side wheel bearing, as soon as he pulled it out, it literally fell off. So that one was completely toasted. He said passenger side held, but it looks like the driver's side was just bad. I still have some road noise in here, but honestly it could be tires, it could be the fact that there's no wheel covers, the splash guard, shield, whatever, fender liners, that's what it is. I can't even talk today, sorry guys. So I will buy those. Hopefully it'll make the cabin a little bit quieter, but aside from that, the car does run great, and I mean, I did drive it, so I'm gonna continue driving it. we had to clear all the codes because he had to disconnect the ABS sensor and it threw a malfunction. So unfortunately, if I didn't take this car through DEQ already, which I hope I did, if I didn't already, then I will have to drive it and then take it through DEQ. But this car is that much closer to being done.
The next day.
It is a new day, and unfortunately in the last few clips I didn't really tell you guys much about the Jetta and what's kind of happening with it. So I'm gonna start little by little and just kind of explain. So the car more or less got taken care of in the sense of like the hood. There we go, that works. And I told you guys I was gonna show you what my mechanic did. And this is the system he came up with. Again, this is not factory, it won't be factory, but this works. There is a plate, just like this one, that goes on this side. So this whole mechanism is gonna be covered up. And essentially, you know, a potential buyer is not gonna see this. The reason why I had him do that, because one, I couldn't find like a genuine cable from Volkswagen or even aftermarket one. I found something similar, was $80, and that wasn't a fact that it would fit. It was a aftermarket part, it didn't really look like it. Again, I still would have had to play with it, I had to figure it out, still do something. So I asked him, I was like, look, is there anything you could do, figure it out, do more or less like a home style fix for it. The main goal is to open the hood from the interior, because I mean, either or, this looks a lot better than what was done previously, and now it works from the interior, and that was essentially my goal, which success. And originally what I wanted to do was actually buy wheels and tires from a higher trim Jetta somewhere local, like Facebook Marketplace, OfferUp, whatever, Craigslist. What you got for me, baby?
I have a really good.
Wow. And there was only one set worth buying. It was like $300, wheels, tires. It was a really nice set, but the guy never responded, and tried reaching out a few times. It's been like 2-3 weeks since we reached out, and nothing. So we're gonna go with the wheel hub option. And honestly, I don't remember where I put them. I'm gonna check the trunk. Hopefully they are in here. Beautiful, there's our box. So I'm gonna pull it out, start putting those on. And yeah, we're gonna go from there. Sophia's gonna be behind the camera as I unwrap this. Okay, Sophia, come closer. Huh, they're black. I don't remember if I got them black or not, but I guess black should work because we have a black interior. So if I could get this out. Man, they do so well packaging everything that it's like
impossible to unwrap them.
Yeah, more or less. Okay, so this is what they look like. Again, the whole look is gonna get transformed once these get put on. So look at that, brand new, and they already have scuffs on them.
Maybe it's because when they were driving it.
No, they shouldn't be driving it because they were brand new. So we are looking for this, I guess, indent or divot, because it's gonna go around right here. And I don't know if I'm gonna put it in like this or like what. Yeah, guys, to be honest, this doesn't look like it's gonna fit.
That's a big bummer.
That's a big problem. Reason why I say that, so where's our tire size? So this is a 16 and this is a 16, but I guess you see how this wheel kind of dips in a little bit more, so it's almost like a 15, because once I put it up against right here, see, it can't go in any further. So either I need a 15-inch or I don't know. No, 14 would be too small. But yeah, this is the look I was kind of hoping to get from it, but it looks like I won't even get that. That's a bummer. And now you guys understand why sometimes projects take a little bit of time. One, I have a handful of projects that I'm working on, but two, you know, I want to make it look nicer than what it looks like right now. and I can't do that without the wheel hubs or the wheel covers. And if they don't fit, then I have to send them back. And even if I order new ones today, they'll be here in, say, roughly 4 or 5 business days. That's already 4 or 5 days just lost, waiting on parts. This is why cars take, you know, 2 weeks roughly for a good turnaround time. So that's a bummer. I was really hoping to get that minor thing done and out of the way. So the only thing I need to do, I guess, aside from the wheel covers, is take care of the wheel fender liners, which will be here in a few days. And I don't remember if I took the car through DEQ or not. I think I did, but I don't remember. But yeah, I guess we're unfortunately have to put the video on pause once again.
Several days later.
So sometimes I think I go down a rabbit hole of like fixing stuff and I don't stop until it's done, and I feel like this is one of those cars, the Jetta. I guess so many things I could have just left and not done, but here we are. So what have I done off video? Off video I have installed both fender liners, and I ordered rear brake pads, although they're not too terrible, but they are starting to make some noise, so I'm going to be doing those. I also purchased a new coolant reservoir tank because it was just absolutely hideous, and once I started to kind of drain, well, I used this suction pump, whatever it is, that I use for oil changes on certain cars, and well, we bought it for our boat when we had our boat. Anyways, this coolant looks like garbage, so I don't have to, but I'm gonna be doing a coolant flush. So right now, I'm gonna lift up the car, pull off the lower radiator hose, let it completely drain, put it back on, fill it with water, start the car, let it run for 5-10 minutes, kind of clean whatever, drain it, and then we're gonna refill new coolant. After that, I'm hoping the car is gonna pass DEQ. Not that it hasn't, but I just haven't driven it long enough. But after that, I'm just gonna drive it. I hope it passes DEQ. Nothing else comes up, because I feel like I have spent already so much time on this car, just dialing it in, making it right, and so on and so forth. But hopefully the next owner is gonna appreciate it and enjoy it, and hopefully this car is gonna serve him very well. But from the driving that I've done, it runs absolutely amazing. There's no hiccups, transmission is smooth, it makes good power, and so on and so forth. Oh, the other thing I will also do is the wheel bearings in the rear. So my mechanic did the ones in the front. I'm gonna try to do the rear ones by myself. If not, it's gonna go back to my mechanic, because the car was a little loud when driving, and now that the 2 front ones are brand new, I hear it in the back. And I was taking a left-hand turn, no, I was going right, so the weight of the car was shifted to the left, and I really heard it from the rear. So wheel bearings are coming in, so at that point it's gonna have all new wheel bearings. The front brake pads are like 90-95%, so essentially all new brake pads, a coolant flush, oil is fresh, so on and so forth. So hopefully the next owner is going to appreciate it and like it, but I'm going to get started on this coolant flush. Look at that. It's almost like heavily diluted with water or something, but should be like pinkish color, and it's like orangish color. So we're going to fix that. Let it drain, and then put the hose back on. Start it, let it run, and then I'm gonna have to deal with the beautiful bleeding. Make sure we have heat. But not my first radio, I'll get it done, but as long as it's done, and it's done the right way. Starting to add new water. We got bubbles, and I already see it changing. Look at that. And clearly I didn't bleed the whole system completely, but it's gonna clean it out really well. Now I gotta go massage the hose. Okay, so did the flush and drain. Now let's pour. Well, probably gonna make a mess like this. Yeah, I don't want to make a mess. So new coolant going in. So unfortunately for me, this process is gonna take a lot of back and forth. As far as I know, there isn't a like cap that you could put on the radiator and just pour it in. This is the only way I know. I mean, maybe there's a better way, but whatever. I'm doing it this way, so we're just gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna plug and play, and then we'll return once I'm kind of done. It could be tomorrow, could be later today, I don't know yet. But now that I think about it, I hope like me running it and it being clearly under the level for coolant, hope that doesn't trigger a check engine light for a cooling issue, because I'm ready to stop driving this thing and get it sold.
The next day.
Guys, first car is nearly done. Isn't it weird that Jetta and the Avenger are the same color? But I am about to take it through DEQ. My scanner says that it's ready. There are no faults current or present, or pending, I apologize. The only thing I will need to do, well, two things. So you guys see the styrofoam here? There is no styrofoam on this side. So at higher speeds, you see how you guys could see the fender right there? Well, maybe not in the camera, but at higher speeds, you hear more like wind noise. Couldn't find anything online. So when I go to a wrecking yard for the Jetta wheels, I will ask them if they could sell me that, because I've bought fenders before. Nobody keeps those things. Usually they just toss them out, so I'm curious if they have one, then I'll put it in. If not, then unfortunately I'm gonna sell it like this. The other thing is I need to figure out the airbag light, and I will do that after I take this car through DEQ, because I might have to reset the airbag code, and if I do that, then I won't be able to take it through DEQ. So let me take it through DEQ and then try to figure out what the airbag code is for. And essentially this car can be listed for sale today. Just as expected, we passed DEQ with no issue, so I'm heading back to the lot. Then I got to take another car through DEQ, and then probably take this thing through the car wash, clean it up, and try to figure out the airbag code. If I remember correctly, it pointed to the passenger side. So I don't know if you know, something is disconnected underneath the seat or whatnot. Maybe something simple, because I think if I remember correctly, it said open circuit. Usually that means something is not connected, so it can't close the circuit, therefore it's an open circuit. But we will see if I could figure it out. If not, I have a good friend that knows a thing or two about electrical stuff, including airbags. Let's try to get this airbag thing situated. What do we have? USA. We have, what is this? Dodge. So GM? No, or Chrysler. What is it? I think it's Chrysler. Yes. Oopsie daisy. So here are the codes. Right side curtain, circuit open. Right side seat thorax, circuit open. So, seeing this, yeah, it's a little loose. There's probably something that's open in there. So what I'm gonna do is actually photograph it, get it listed for sale, and then work on the airbag just so that I don't lose time. And then if anything, I could just update my listing, because the DMS that I use, it takes about 12 hours to push everything out to advertising websites that I use. Anyways, this car's nearly done. I'm gonna photograph it, get it listed for sale, and then work on the airbag stuff.
Several days later.
Welcome back. I guess myself, welcome back. Trying to finish up the Volkswagen. Where is it? Right there. I'm trying to do rear brake pads and then wheel hubs and bearings. So if I get stuck somewhere, I will give you guys an update. If not, then I'll show you the finished product.
Several days later.
Guys, 2 days later, and I got the rotor off. Oh, it rusted on. But this is what it looks like, and now I am working on getting to the wheel hub and bearing. Basically need to take out this bolt, axle bolt, and then the bearing assembly should just slide off. I honestly, guys, I thought I was gonna have to cut off the rotor itself in order to get it off. That's how pretty bad it was. Oh yeah, this wheel bearing is shot. Look at that, you could see through it right there. Let me get in. Yeah, there should not be a gap. Oh yeah, and it should not make that noise. So glad I'm getting it replaced, but like I said, I thought I had to cut off the rotor itself, so I ordered brand new rotors and ceramic brake pads for the rear. Unfortunately, they're only going to be here in a few days, so the car is going to sit like this, but at least I got it off. I know how to do it. I'm not crazy. I guess it was just really rusted on. So taking another pause.
Several days later.
Today's a new day. We had snow, but I finally got some parts in, so I'm gonna resume finishing up the Jetta. There's the new wheel hub and bearing installed. This box right here, I have new rotors and ceramic brake pads, and I'm ready to put the wheel back on this thing, wheel tire, and then get a little bit closer to here because R8 is kind of stuck and not much room here in between. So to speed up the video, I'm gonna do it off video and show you guys the finished product. I am very happy to report that new rotors, new brake pads, new wheel bearing and hub are installed. Now I'm gonna go on a very quick drive, and then I'm just gonna park it closer to the house there. Let's see. Oops, turn signal, wrong one. What am I trying to do? Oh, it's right here. Oh yeah. Bye snow. I'm not going far, I just want a general feel for that side being done. Make sure there's no grinding, no weird noises, because this car became a much larger project than I wanted, than I anticipated. And honestly, altogether, I'm probably close to $1,000 into it. Like in labor, well, mostly parts and then some labor, just to get it up to this point, and I still haven't found wheels. I reached out to multiple people. I reached out to one guy, probably 40 minutes away from me. He responded, they're available. I was trying to schedule a time. He hasn't responded for like 3 days and then just marks them sold. Another guy posted some yesterday, reached out to him. He said, yes, they're available. I was like, how much are you asking for him? When can I come see him to pick him up? He opened the message, Facebook message, and never responded. And then the next day I reached out to him again, like, hey, what time works best for you? Again, opened it, didn't respond. So here we are. I didn't realize it'd be so hard to find stock Volkswagen wheels. Like, who the heck is buying it for what? I can't imagine everyone is rolling on steelies like I am. But anywho, this side is done. The Jetta runs great. I'm gonna do the other side off video, and hopefully the next thing that I'm gonna do on this car and show you guys is replacing the steel wheels with something much nicer.
Several days later.
Are you guys ready to finish up the Jetta with me? Because I sure am. Off video, we, well, with my buddy Nick, he mostly did it. I helped very little, but we cleaned out the heater core completely. So, as you guys saw, I did a coolant flush. Heat still wasn't coming through as well as I wanted it to come through. So, of course, I myself had to do it right. So I asked him for help. He's like, look, it could be a blower motor. The flap that basically switches between heat and no heat. He's like, that could be broken, but most likely you have a clogged heater core, especially if the coolant was filthy dirty. So he came through, cleaned out the heater core. There was a whole bunch of gunk in there, but now it blows hot air. So I'm very happy to sell it. What I'm doing now is actually parking the car, taking it out of here and parking it to the side of the building, because I have 4 new tires and wheels that I'm gonna put on this thing, and I don't want to lug 4 tires up, then 4 tires down while I replace them. So I'm just gonna roll them on my ramp and I'll show you guys shortly. Ah, shoot. I was supposed to get something from home. My lug nut, lug bolt removal socket, and I didn't do that. So I'm gonna see if I have a socket and extender to do it a different way, and if I don't, oh, that's gonna suck. Darn it, I was so ready, and now it looks like I was not ready. But what this shows me is I've been doing kind of like more and more work at the lot on cars, especially when things kind of come up urgently, especially with wheels and tires. So I should probably invest in another set here so that I don't have to keep taking it from home and bringing it back and forth, so I don't run into this issue anymore. Good news, guys. Seems like I'm going to be able to replace the wheels and tires on this Jetta. So let's do a final kind of walk around, show you guys what it looks like with these old wheels and tires, the steel ones. Excited to keep those plates. I have a collection of plates and I don't have that set. So the body damage you guys see, that will not get fixed, but this car's gonna look a lot better once I'm done with the wheels.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
That was a very almost gruesome tire change, very tedious and not fun, but the car does look so much better. Take a look at this. What do you guys think? Because I think it's a total transformation. Just look at that. It already looks just so much better. Very happy with the result. So now I'm gonna go to the car wash, wash this thing, and at the same time take a listen. How well it runs. Does it still run great? Do I feel, hear anything weird? So far, 30 miles per hour, it's even quieter than it was before. But then again, we were running on steel wheels, probably super cheap rubber. Right now we're running Pirellis. I mean, nothing crazy like sporty, but definitely a much smoother ride. Car wash, photograph, and it's ready to go. Finally, this one took a long time. The Jetta still runs great, wonderful car, but this one honestly it beat me down. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that got replaced and fixed on this one. I guess that's the price I had to pay by purchasing the vehicle sight unseen, but I think I did it right, minus, you know, the body dings and whatnot. But all mechanical issues, possible issues, have been taken care of. The car is turnkey, ready to go. I took it through emissions, it passed with no issues. I am very happy with the result, very happy with my decision to put nicer wheels on it. I think it transformed the vehicle. But this is a 3-part video. This one definitely didn't come easy. This one definitely took a lot of time, but we are at the end. So I want to say thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this format, please drop a comment in the comment section below. If you are not a subscriber yet, please consider subscribing. I'll see you guys in another video.